series of strikes against military targets in Iran, including in Tehran, Tabriz, and Yazd. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, said 30 fighter jets had struck dozens of military targets across Iran. Iranian media reported several civilian fatalities, including children, and damage to homes and other civilian infrastructure. Earlier, on 21st June, Israel attacked for a second time since 13 June the Isfahan nuclear complex, hitting 6 buildings. According to Iran's Ministry of Health, as of 21st June, 430 people have been killed and more than 3,500 others injured due to Israeli strikes across Iran. Most have been civilians. According to Israeli authorities, 25 Israelis have been killed and 1,300 more have been injured since the beginning of exchanges with Iran. Madam President, the conflict risks engulfing the region in further instability and volatility. Some non-state armed groups aligned with Iran warned against US involvement. The Houthis in Yemen and some armed groups in Iraq vowed to attack if the US intervened in the conflict between Israel and Iran. Iran's parliament unanimously expressed support for measures to close the Strait of Hormuz, a vital maritime route for global energy transit. Iran's Supreme National Security Council would need to take the final decision. I recall the rights and obligations of all states under international law in relation to maritime navigation. Madam President, the Middle East cannot afford yet another violent conflict where civilians pay the price of military confrontations. And the world will also not be spared from the ramifications of this dangerous conflict. I echo the Secretary General's call on member states and on the members of the Security Council to de-escalate and to uphold their obligations under the UN Charter, notably the obligation to settle their international disputes by peaceful means and other rules of international law. All states must live up to their nuclear commitments. All parties to the conflict must also comply with the relevant rules of international humanitarian law in the conduct of their military operations. There is no military solution to this conflict. We need diplomacy, de-escalation, and confidence building now. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank Mr. Yencha for his briefing, and I now give the floor to Mr. Rafael Mariano Grossi.